Hello, I'm Jesse McAnally.
And I'm Andrew DeWolf.
And I'm Brianna Jones.
And welcome to Musicals with Cheese, a podcast where I try to make Andrew and Brie like musical theater. How are you doing today, my wonderful friends?
Oh, we're basically like a family here.
Yeah, we are.
We're like one big family.
Meaning we put all the pressure on one member of the family because they have skills that the other ones don't. And so they have to do basically all the work while we just kind of sit around and pretend to be in control. How's that pressure doing on you, Brie?
It's heavy, guys. It's heavy.
Yeah. Abusive households with superpowers. X-Men with mental issues. Let's go!
Not just normal X-Men.
Yeah. But this week we're talking about Disney's X-Men, aka Encanto. Cue the music, Brie.
We don't talk about Bruno, no. We don't talk about Bruno.
He told me my fish would die the next day. No.
He told me I'd grow a gut, and just like he said, that all my hair would disappear. Now look at my hair. Your fate is sealed when your prophecy is read.
Disney already owns X-Men. They bought Fox, remember?
Oh, you're right. This is actually a Patreon request by our wonderful patron, Leighton Ackles, who requested this. So thank you, Leighton. And if you would like to join them in supporting us and be able to choose what we cover on the show, join at the $20 level. All right. So Encanto is a musical with music and lyrics by Lin-Manuel Miranda and a book by Charisse Castro-Smith and Jared Bush. It premiered in theaters on November 24th, 2021, where it did middling to okay box office-wise, but it got really, really good reviews. So the plot of Encanto is, the Madrigals are an extraordinary family who live hidden in the mountains of Colombia in a charmed place called the Encanto. The magic of the Encanto has blessed every child in the family with a unique gift, every child except Mirabel. However, she soon may be the Madrigal's last hope when she discovers that the magic surrounding the Encanto is now in danger. Ooh. So this is relatively new. It came out last month and premiered on Disney Plus, literally 1 month to the day later on December 24th. And what do you think of it, Andrew?
I thought it was pretty good. I wanted to see it in theaters, but I guess I never really got around to it. But I did watch it on Disney Plus, and I thought it was very good. I don't know.
Yeah, I really love this movie. I really
don't have any
it.
complaints. I think Disney's been putting out some pretty decent stuff, and this is kind of in the same trend as I think like Moana and I believe Coco was Disney, or is that Pixar?
That's Pixar.
Okay, it's still similar to that though, I think.
That's racist. Two very different cultures, my dude.
I wasn't saying cultures, I mean like the storytelling and.
You did a racism, Andrew. We're canceled now. I'm kidding. But you liked Encanto, but you're also like on the record for not being that big a fan of Frozen, but liking it fine, and really liking Moana and Tangled.
Yes.
So where does this rank among those?
Honestly, I think I'd put this. I don't know if I'd put it below Tangled or not. I'd probably put it above Tangled and below Moana. I really like Moana. I know it's not as much of a musical as this is, but I just really like that story, I guess. I think they did a great job with that one. But
yeah, I think I like this more than Moana. I think this is probably my favorite Disney film in a long, long time. Because it does just embrace how musical it is. No,
admittedly, it has a lot more songs than most of them have had in a while.
And the execution of those songs are very they're a big musical number that's going to tell the story, so we're going to use as many animation techniques as we can to make this interesting looking.
Yeah, it's just missing a villain song.
I mean, it kind of has one in Bruno.
Yeah, but it's not really, because it's just not evil enough, you know?
Oh, and Shiny is more evil? Shiny's a goof.
Yeah, villain songs are often goofs. It's a Disney movie.
Well, that one at least felt threatening.
I don't know.
They immediately backtrack it, but
look, it's good, all right? I don't know. I'm not here to debate whether or not Moana's better.
What are you here to do then?
I was just here to talk about it.
So what's the plot of Encanto, if you can describe it?
Well, I mean, the Madrigal's family is given gifts from a magic candle. That's kind of my... that's what I think is happening.
Yes.
And there's like a whole town built in this mountain like valley that kind of emerged from the earth because of the magic candle. And the madrigals help the whole town with all of their gifts. But I guess the gifts are in danger, and the only person who can help is our main character. I'm sorry if I'm gonna forget the names. There's so many names. Mirabelle is the main character.
Yes.
I should have said this earlier. The main character didn't get a gift, which is weird, and
continues to be weird to the end of the movie, I will say.
Yeah, and I don't think they ever really explain it.
Nope.
I don't know if it's something that has to be explained, but it doesn't make very much sense, I guess. But she doesn't get a gift, and she seems to be the only one who's noticing that the magic is, like, failing, and she's trying to save the magic so that, their family still exists. I don't know. Should we keep going into spoilers, or?
Let's pause there. We're going to spoil this, so if you do plan to watch the movie, maybe go and watch it. We both think it's good.
Yeah.
It is a relatively new release, so maybe it is better to be cautious about that.
Yeah, it's very new. It's readily available on Disney Plus, and I think probably still in theaters when this comes out. I'm not sure.
Still in theaters.
So, yeah, go watch it. It's very good.
Just torrent it. Torrents still exist.
Yeah, stealing is fine, too. We're all in favor of piracy here.
We have our pirate hats on and our peg legs ready.
It's literally our job. We are professional pirates at this point.
But to be a professional pirate.
I guess, okay, well, spoiler warning out of the way.
Yes.
Okay.
The big evil uncle character, Bruno.
Bruno had left because he could see the future, and everybody hated getting their bad news from him all the time in advance. As like he tells you the bad news
kind of thing.
Yeah, he tells you the bad news, and then it happens, and then he's the one that gets blamed for it because he told you about it.
Messenger kind of thing.
Yeah, so he ran away, but he didn't run away. He just lives in the walls because how is he supposed to leave? There's a big mountain, magic mountain surrounding everything.
Yeah.
So he lives in the walls, and Mirabelle finds him and confronts him about the prophecy that he has, where she is going to cause the end of the magic. And then he helps her figure out how to prevent that from happening.
I mean, does he? He kind of just gives it to her, and he's like, good luck, and walks away.
Well, he tries to, but then also it doesn't prevent it. He just tells her what's going to happen, and the magic goes away anyways.
Yeah.
And then they have to rebuild everything, and that brings the magic back. Yeah, without magic, but then the magic comes back.
Okay. So we have this girl, Mirabelle, who doesn't have magic. The rest of her family, her sisters, her cousins, all of them are these big magical things. One can talk to animals, one can, lift things over her head. Another one has, supersonic hearing, and Bruno can obviously tell the future. One controls the weather. Cool powers stuff. And then she doesn't get it. But the film then goes out of its way to show you how these powers are really just kind of a pain in the ass to have and really damaging to their overall lives. That is a thing that they go out of their way to show. The strong one is forced to do all these work, and they feel the pressure of just doing all the work every day, all day, and how it's kind of giving them anxiety. Imagine being able to hear everything miles away, to be able to know that the guy that you like wants to fuck your sister and impregnate her with 5 babies. That kind of shit.
Nice.
And then the one that makes flowers has it real rough because she has to be perfect all the time.
Yeah, that one I don't quite understand how that's that much of a burden, but I guess they kind of try to explain it in a whole song, so...
Yeah, so when we get to the end, everyone loses their powers, and then it seems like everyone's living healthier, happier lives, even without their powers, and working together without it, and they're all like Mirabelle now. And then they suddenly get all their powers back at the last, 10 seconds of the movie. It's we kind of went out of our way to say that these powers are a burden, not a blessing.
No. They learned that you don't have to have the powers to be special, and that the real gift is themselves. And then they got the powers back because now they know how to be responsible with them. Yes. And the grandmother was pushing them to be overly perfect and helpful all the time. So
I agree,
and she learned a lesson.
Also, I can't help but think if I had a rain cloud over me, if I was feeling a little sad every time, I would not benefit my life for the positive. I don't see how her having her powers is a net positive for anyone.
That one just felt like a curse, and I can't understand why that would be considered a gift.
Yeah,
like, just
I feel
the
for
weather
them.
one. It's like, geez, you just have bad weather following you all the time. Like, that's no good. It's like the X-Men that like drains life of anything she touches. It's like that kind of power. It's like, yeah, this isn't a good one.
Or the one that literally can hear everything. I can't imagine that's a life you want to live where you can literally just hear everything. Dolores.
Yeah. Though I do want to say one thing that I thought was really weird.
Let's go.
When they get their powers, they do a ceremony where they get a door that goes to their bedroom, which is like themed after their...
And it's like TARDIS technology. It's bigger on the inside.
Bigger on the inside. So Mirabelle didn't get powers. So when she went to open her door, it just disappeared.
Yeah.
And the family decided to just roll with that, and now she just lives
in the daycare.
In the daycare. They didn't give her a room.
Yeah.
They're just like, no, you didn't get a magic room, you don't get a room. Like, really? Damn, that's spicy.
I like Mirabelle a lot as a main character. I think she's really effective.
I had a thought when I was watching it, and it was like a theory that I thought was going to happen, and it kind of didn't, but I'm kind of wondering if it did, sort of, where Mirabelle was like the new Abuela, you know?
I like that. I like that take, because Abuela also does not have powers.
She doesn't have powers. Her gift is her family.
Vagina that spits out superpowered babies.
Yeah, well, I mean, her gift is her family and all that.
As I said.
And I feel like Mirabelle is like the same. So I kind of thought like, oh, well, she didn't get a room because she's going to get Abuela's room, and I was kind of expecting that to happen, but that didn't pan out.
No.
But I feel like that's still kind of in there. In a way.
Do you think Abuela deserved forgiveness? Because this is a big conversation on the Twitters.
Really?
Yeah, because a lot of people are like, fuck that grandma.
No, she deserves forgiveness. What? Like what do you... Twitter
How do you
people
not
are
understand
absolutely
where
out
she's
of their
coming
mind.
from after her fucking flashback? I'm like, I get you.
Twitter people are out of their mind. Like, they literally... They're unable to see past their own rage.
Yeah. How dare you, toxic grandma, ruined your life.
I mean, yeah, if she was toxic grandma, she wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
Like, unforgivable bad. She didn't, like, do
Fuck
anything
her.
that terrible.
No, she really did.
She put up with a lot of stuff in her life, too. I mean, we didn't even talk about the, like, persecution backstory.
Yeah, you want to go into that?
I was trying to figure out what time period this takes place in, and I couldn't really figure it out. Like, I was trying to figure out who it was that was, I mean, I assume they were colonizing their country, it seemed like. I was trying to figure out who it was. I'm going to guess it was the Spanish. I don't really know. They never show them, which is fine. You don't have to.
They describe between 1899 to 1902.
Okay. So the grandmother was running from, like, men on horses, basically. That's what they show.
It's from the 1,000 Days War, apparently. So that's what's going on.
Is that the Spanish?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's running from the Spanish army, essentially, who are hunting down like these refugees in Colombia. Yeah. Colombians. And her husband dies.
Brutally
murdered by them, of course.
Right in front of her and her babies.
Yes, and that is when the candle gives them the
Powers.
gifts of everything. They creates the Encanto. The ending kind of gets me in that I don't quite know what to make of it.
What do you mean?
Like, why did they lose their powers necessarily? What's your interpretation?
I'm imagining it's like the candle represents their powers, and once the candle's out, they lose it. But since they see the golden butterfly, then they suddenly get their powers back.
Well, I mean, that makes perfect sense. I mean, like, I don't mean like magically. Why did they lose it? I mean,
you don't
like
mean logically
thematically
within the world. You mean thematically.
Like, yeah, I mean, like, what were they trying to say with the ending?
Saying, you see, this is where I'm getting like, I get what they're trying to say. I just disagree with it.
Okay.
So, like, don't confuse this with my actual opinions on the film as something I find in taste, but just something I've heard and it makes sense to me, which is that they discovered the true power of their gifts and not to overuse it or use it in the wrong ways in a way. They're treating it as a gift and not as a responsibility anymore. Like reverse Spider-Man.
Honestly, them getting the powers back is not the part that I don't understand.
Okay.
Why did they lose the powers in the first place?
I think they say it outright. The grandma's pressure on them is cracking them at the seams as a family. I think it's the family dynamic that's breaking apart, and therefore their powers break apart when they were bonded most by the death of their father, which brought the magic to them. So as that family bond breaks apart, the magic breaks apart thematically. Maybe also logically too. I don't know.
It's good. The whole thing's good. I'll have to watch it again and really get a better...
I've watched it 5 times and 1 time in Spanish.
How was it in Spanish?
It's better in Spanish, in my opinion. I think it just kind of flows better in Spanish. I also just kind of like the singers better in the Spanish dub. A lot of the same voice actors come back from the English recording to the Spanish dub, so that also helps. But I like a lot of their deliveries. I think it's a lot more intense, especially because they have to fit a lot more words in a lot less time, which also makes the intensity of it kind of come out more. I don't know. Highly recommend. Watch Disney movies in other languages. You'll find some crazy shit. Jackie Chan was the voice of Shang in Mulan and does the song much better than Donny Osmond did in the Mulan movie.
Wow.
And with Disney Plus, it's really easy to find these dubs, so...
Yeah, you can just switch the language, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know. I
know,
don't have much more to say other than I think it's good.
Well, who gives a fuck what you have to say, Andrew? It's time for our favorite segment, Previews! And today's letterboxed game of 1 star or 5 stars, where I'm going to read you and Brianna some reviews, and you have to tell me whether it's a 1-star review on Letterboxd or a 5-star review on Letterboxd.
It's time for previews. It's time for previews.
Bree, you want to go first?
Yes, I do.
All right. Are you ready, Bree?
Yes. I can't imagine that there's a lot of crazy reviews for this one, though.
What are you talking about? It's a Disney film.
It's a Disney
Remember
film.
our Tarzan episode?
True, yeah, I take that
it's
back.
gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad.
Okay, let's go.
All right. Holy shit, there were a lot of sex scenes in this.
Me and Andrew just made the same face. I'm gonna go with 1 star.
That is correct.
I hope they reviewed the wrong movie.
It was sarcasm. They were upset that there wasn't any sex scenes in it.
Yes.
Yes, that makes sense. All right, Andrew, are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
This happened to my buddy Eric.
Really? All right, Eric.
Which part is the thing? Do you live in a wall?
5 stars?
It's a 1 star.
That's a 1 star. Not a good experience for Eric, apparently.
All right, Bree, you ready?
Yes.
All of this because of a fucking candle.
1 star.
That is correct. All right, Andrew, you ready?
Yeah, sure.
Louisa, please call me if you are single and a lesbian.
Horny, but 5 stars?
That is correct. I mean, horny is always 5 stars. Come on. All right, Bree, you ready?
Yes.
You know, I'm something of a family failure myself.
Oh no. I feel like I've had a lot of 1 stars, but I'm gonna go with a 1 star.
That is a 1 star. You got it, Bree.
Sure that wasn't a Spider-Man review? They watch them back to back, maybe?
Maybe. All right, Andrew, you ready?
Yeah.
A candle, period. Pathetic, period. Magic is not real, period. It is not the future, period. Magic is weak, period. I like the movie, period.
Do I trust the first 5 periods or the last one? I'm gonna trust the last one and go 5 stars.
That was a 1 star.
How is that?
I am
The last thing he says is I like the movie, and then he gives it a 1 star.
I agree. I am in agreement with you, Andrew. Like I don't understand Letterboxd. All right, Bree, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
It's a shame that Colombians aren't real.
Ooh.
1 star?
That is correct. All right, Andrew, you ready?
Yeah. You've picked a lot of 1 stars, though.
Trying to have a wank in that house must be a nightmare.
They all have separate rooms. They're very large as well.
Except for Mirabelle.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, she lives in the nursery with that little boy.
Maybe she was happy he got his own room so she could finally,
relax. Let's Oh, jeez, I don't know. 1 star?
I've lost the review. Hold on.
He lost the review. He doesn't even know.
That was 1 star. Correct, Andrew.
Oh, I nailed it. Yippee.
All right, Bree, you ready?
Yes.
This happened to my family except the magic stuff.
I'm gonna give it a 5 star.
That's a 1.
Oh, I was really just trying to switch it up a little bit.
Oh no.
You can't.
Yeah.
It's all 1 stars. Jess has only found 1 star reviews for this.
All right. Bear in the Big Blue House shit.
I like Bear of the Big Blue House, but they said it was shit. Look, I just want it to be a 5 star. I'm gonna say 5 stars.
That is a 1 star.
They're all 1 stars. You know what? Never mind. I'm voting 1 star.
Only ones, Andrew.
Oops, all 1 stars. All right, Bree, you ready?
Yeah, I am.
I think we should talk about Bruno.
Well, that kind of seems like a 5 star. I'm 1 star.
That's a 5 star. All right.
What the hell?
Andrew, you ready?
Sure.
Bad year for people named Bruno.
For reasons other than this, or just this movie?
Yes, because in Luca they say Silenzio Bruno a lot, which is another Disney movie.
Oh, I didn't watch Luca.
Luca's really good. You'd like it.
I didn't watch that one.
Gay fish.
I said to vote 1 star every time, but now I'm
You did.
questioning it. 1 star. 1 star.
That's
1
a
star.
5. All right, Bree, you ready?
Yes.
Abuelita hate page.
1 star.
That's a 5. I don't think I've given a point in a long while.
You have not.
All right.
You ready, Andrew?
I'm ready.
I feel like you're gonna agree with this review.
Sure.
I need a character that I can hate and that dies at the end.
Yes, I agree with that. 1 star. 1 star.
That is correct.
All right.
You and Bree are now officially tied.
All right.
All right, Bree, you ready?
Yeah.
I think we can only do 2 more. I feel like this is going on too long.
This has been a long section.
Fuck. 3 exclamation points.
5 star.
That is correct.
Nice.
All right, Andrew, you ready?
Sure.
All right, I think we're going to do 1 more after this. Sisters should get along.
Yes. 1 star.
That is correct. All right, Bree. Here's your chance to break your tie.
Okay.
Cousin Christmas Movie 2021.
5 star.
That is correct. Bree wins this Bree Views.
Bree started it though.
True.
Oh, do you want to?
She got
You're
more
right, Andrew.
questions than me.
Fine. You wanna end it? We got 1 more.
Sure.
Okay.
Not much of a competition when she gets more questions.
All right. Me when I find and kill every single screaming, crying, slobbering toddler in this theater, tormenting me through this 2-hour Dora-adjacent dysfunctional family trope, peppered with forced TikTok-ass musical numbers.
1 star?
That is correct. All right, we have a tying game, and you know what? Shake hands, you two.
We did it.
You're both equally losers. Speaking of equal losers, how about we go into a mid-show and talk about our Patreon?
Let's do it.
Sure.
Hold for a second while I get our updated list. Because I fucked up and didn't download the updated list.
Did you go see the new Spider-Man?
I did.
How'd you like it?
I thought it was okay.
What did you think, Brie?
I haven't seen it.
I thought it was also okay.
I
have
liked
to leave my house.
a lot of the middle stuff. I didn't really like the ending, and I feel like it took too long for them to like get into what the story was supposed to be. So Marvel has been making their movies too long, I think.
Yeah.
Hey guys, sorry to interrupt you in the middle of the show, but we've got a show at you! Andrew, tell the folks about Patreon, and also this brand new thing that we've got to do now.
So why do we have to do this now? I'm a little confused.
Okay, so Patreon is a place where people can donate money to us for keeping the lights on existing, and they get a lot of fun perks. Like, for
I understand that
example,
part.
Leighton Ackles requested us to do Encanto, so that's what we're doing and covering there today, because they got the $20 tier. But if you're crazy enough to donate $100 per episode, you could both be a guest on the show, which you can do if you are on that tier for 2 months. But as long as you're on that, you can write one full paragraph that we have to read, no matter what. And Andrew, you have that full paragraph. Usually I was expecting it to be like, hey, go check out this website or go check this out. It's not an endorsement. We can frame it that way. But Joseph Evans Green, who just upgraded to this tier, had this for you to read. So Andrew, read it out for him.
Sure. I'm almost certain I'm supposed to sing this, but I'm not going to because that's not what he paid for.
We were not promised to sing. We just have to read it.
There's a starman. He plays in blue and white. His name's Yuri Tillemans. He's dynamite. Wilfred Ndidi, he'll take the ball off you. And finally, Jamie Vardy. Jamie Vardy. I pronounced it differently both times.
Was that worth $100? All right. So who's currently supporting us on Patreon, Andrew?
Our current patrons are... And take a deep breath for this one. Melissa Goldman, Terry Needleman, John Donna, Leighton Ackles, Danielle Renix, Justice Stampede, Ewan Cassidy, Tess Gear, Monica Thoreau, Mina Maneri, Brent Black, Haley Murray, Nathaniel Stacey Coombe, Joseph Evans Green, Carrie Ahern, Mary Lou Choquette, John Van Als, Russ Walker, Musical Hell, Emily Gracie, Tablam, Kyle Summers, Janae C, Scootin' the Technicolor Dreamcoat, Liz Lim, Allison Stuller. Nothing is certain except Beth and Taxis, Thesbian, Ren Cullen, Wait in the Wings, Rafael Martinez Salaz, Robert Benjamin, Jessica T, Mitchell Young, Chai Teacup, Katie McDonough, Timothy Keys, Jeffrey Machado, Chris Marcotte, Tamimu Robinson, Kiji Marie Anastasio, Leela, RJ Noriga, Sebastian Canino, Avon Reagan, Charlie B, Patrick Deering, Courtney Schreiner, Joe, Avery Brinson, Marilyn Brown, Mel Cormack, La Femme Fictionale, Bjorn Hermans, August Gorman, Mac the Knife, Erica S, Toriana Vestal, Sammy the Most, Lopez, Leanna Morton, and Diego Kova.
They give us financial support that keeps the lights on here at Musicals to Cheese, keeps Bree employed, and keeps us all living happier and healthier lives. So if you'd like to join them and maybe even get your own request on the show or have us read a nonsense paragraph, come join us over at Patreon. Also, don't forget, once a month, we have a Patreon meetup where we're all hanging out. I don't know when this posts, but I know that on January 7th, we will be having a Patreon meetup. So come hang with us, kids. All right, let's get back to the show.
Let's go! This is our home, we've got every generation. So full of music, a rhythm of its own design. This is my family, a perfect constellation. So many stars and everybody gets to shine. Whoa! Let's be clear, Abuela runs this show. Whoa! She let us here so many years ago. Whoa! And every year our family blessings grow. There's just a lot you simply got to know. So, welcome to the family Madrigal, the home of the family Madrigal. We're on our way, where all the people are fantastical and magical. I'm part of the family Madrigal.
So I know you've got some controversial opinions on the opening number of this movie.
I think it's okay, but I think that they're trying to say a lot of words very, very fast, and it's a little bit hard to, like, take it all in, because this is kind of a exposition number.
Yes.
And I feel like those need to be a bit more comprehensible than what we have here.
I disagree.
All right, well, on first listen, I couldn't even figure out what the heck she was trying to say.
I will say that Stephanie Beatrice, who plays Mirabelle, is not quite as perfect at getting the rap beats out as, let's say, Lin-Manuel Miranda probably was in the demos.
Probably.
Or even The Rock did during Moana. But I still think it's very, very effective. And the fast parts are repeated areas of things that were already stated previously, too.
Yes, though you don't actually really recognize that until you've listened to the song multiple times. Don't
pretend there aren't visual aids to help you while the songs are being sung.
The visual aids helped, but yeah, it's a fine song. It's just I maybe would have slowed it down a little bit.
So good though. Like I've been humming it all week. Like this and the Bruno are the songs I've been like trapped in my brain hole for a while.
The Bruno song is really good,
yeah.
Admittedly.
Yeah, but I really like this as an opening number. As far as an exposition dump, it's really effective. The way we get into it is a little odd, I will say, where it's just like, tell us about the family. What? let me tell you about the family. And then they're just asking the questions that an audience would ask.
Yeah, though there's so much like lore here that you have to, because somebody has to explain it, unless you want it to be like a mystical, like there is no explanation kind of thing, but that doesn't really work in the story.
How do you like the characterization of Mirabelle in this opening and throughout the film as well? Where she is kind of like the one that kind of got screwed, the one that really should be angry, but she's got like this internal optimism where she refuses to be like, I'm down and out and miserable and sad because of what this is. She's a very positive person, which makes her immediately likable.
I think that she is an interesting main character in that it doesn't even really feel like she has much to learn. It's more that she's just trying to save everyone else. Like she's trying to teach everyone else a lesson.
That is fair. She doesn't have an arc.
Right? It's like
you're right.
It's a bit interesting for a lead to not have like a real character arc. Like she's already, not that she doesn't learn anything, but she's already kind of where she needed to be from the start.
She's much more mature than everyone else in her family.
Yeah, probably because she got screwed so hard.
Yeah, that's something I didn't even think about. And that isn't me saying like this is in need of it, because everyone else basically has a very effective arc. I think the only arc she really has is her relationship with her sister.
Yeah, which it's almost a like a red herring, like because they make it seem like, oh, the relationship with the sister is the problem. Once that's solved, everything's fine.
Grandma.
Yeah, but in all reality, it like that was a good thing to fix, but that wasn't the actual problem.
Right. No, that's a good point. Didn't even think about that.
No.
All right. I like Mirabelle as well, but I could tell that she was the odd one out immediately when she had glasses. As someone that is a glasses wearer, I am always off-put if a character does have glasses. It always feels like, all right, what's your issue? What's your problem? Why are you the one with an astigmatism?
I feel like glasses in movies are a way to like symbolize a character weakness almost.
Always.
Which maybe isn't a good thing, but it's definitely something that happens.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. And the fact that animation-wise, I don't think I've ever seen it in a CG film where someone has glasses, like in the way where she like literally sits in our nightstand the same way I do and shit like that. Like, and when she gets all the sand in it, it's all trapped between her eyes and her glasses. Shit like that I really like.
That was very funny.
As someone that has both been to a sand dune and tripped, yeah, that's basically how it goes.
Bruno's room sucks.
Yeah, fuck Bruno's room.
I hope he doesn't get the same room when he moves back in.
Let's talk about the I Want song, Waiting on a Miracle.
Don't be upset or mad at all. Don't feel regret or sad at all. Hey, I'm still a part of the family, Madrigal, and I'm fine. I am totally fine. I will stand on the side as you shine. I'm not fine. I'm not fine. I can't move the mountains. I can't make flowers bloom. I can't take another night up in my room, waiting on a miracle. I can't heal what's broken. Can't control the morning rain or a hurricane. Can't keep down the unspoken invisible pain. Always waiting on a miracle, always walking alone.
I like this song more than the opening number.
This song reminds me a lot of Breathe from In the Heights. Do you get that vibe too? Like, this one felt a lot like Breathe from In the Heights.
I mean, it's the same songwriter, right? Same composer, so it makes sense. I do get that a little bit.
Yeah.
I like the like slower, like more ballad type, especially when it's kind of the only one in there. I don't think there's another song like this.
Maybe the finale, but that's about it.
Yeah, I like it.
I do too. I like visually what they do with it, and I'm going to talk about that for every song because I think this is probably the most effective song numbers visually in any Disney film, like at least since like the early days of the Renaissance. This is like some Howard Ashman style execution here. Like, so the world slows down in a photograph where everyone's kind of doing their powers at once, and Mirabelle is not allowed in that photograph, so she's walking through this still moment in time. It's so good.
It is really good, and it's also like, damn, this family is so mean to her for no reason.
Even the fucking animals got into the photo, and she's
not allowed in the picture. Like, what?
Because she don't got power. She ain't got no power, so she's not real gift girl.
Like, it's not a photo of gift people, though. It's a photo of the family. She's not allowed in the picture? Like, what?
I mean, I think that's how we're supposed to feel as an audience member, Andrew. The movie did its job.
Yeah, no, they did fine. She just gets... It's unbelievable how screwed she is, like, in every turn.
And how positive she remains, and, like, how much love she talks about for her other family members despite it all.
Yeah. And then all of her family is just, like, they treat her like this little,
garbage.
like, nuisance that just kind of hangs around and shouldn't be there.
Yeah, I hear a lot of stories about people watching this with their parents and then having their parents try to avert looking at them during songs like this and the one that follows. Which I guess is a good transition to the next song, Louisa's song, which is Surface Pressure.
I don't ask how hard the work is. Got a rough, indestructible surface. Diamonds and platinum, I find on my platinum. I take what I'm handed, I break what's demanded. But under the surface, I feel berserk as a tightrope walker in a 3-ring circus. Under the surface, was Hercules ever like, yo, I don't wanna fight Cerberus? Under the surface, I'm pretty sure I'm worthless if I can be of service. A flaw or crack, the straw in the stack that breaks the camel's back. What breaks the camel's back? It's like a drip, drip, drip that'll never stop. Whoa.
All right, I have to say the donkey dancing thing was a little bit weird. I'm not sure if I like that.
That's my one negative about this song. Like, I don't love it. I didn't love it when they did it in Frozen 2 with, like, all the Svens either.
Yeah. Unless it's a movie about animals that talk and sing and walk on 2 legs normally, don't have animals dance, I don't think. I just don't think it works. It's distracting.
Aside from that, the song's fantastic, and the visuals that they use during it are top-tier, best, like, visuals in a musical number ever.
Yeah, you got the Hercules stuff, you got the Atlas symbolism.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Like that fact that everything's just building on top of her, the house, everything, and she's still just struggling to keep it all together. And the fact that she never loses her femininity despite being so strong and so, like, broad.
Yeah. I would have liked to see, what's his, Sisyphus? Some of that, too. I mean... Just you can go all out. They were doing all the Greek god stuff. It was good. I don't know. They do really well with every song here. It's just gonna be a lot of us saying it's good. Go watch this, please.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing about things that are just genuinely good. But, like, let's look at the bridge right here. But wait, if I could shake the crushing weight of expectations, would that free some time up for joy or relaxation or simple pleasure? Instead, we measure the growing pressure, keeps growing and keeps growing, because we all know pressure like a drip, 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 that'll never stop. It's so much about hustle culture that sucks.
Yeah, it's a relatable song for a lot of people right now, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Just nothing...
Especially with parental expectations and all that horse shit.
Yeah, just unrelenting pressure, and then people are just like, oh, well, if you can take that, then just you could keep taking more stuff, right?
Yeah, like, it's... If you keep saying yes to people asking you to do something, the minute you say no, the yes was an expectation at that point.
Yep.
Which sucks. And I can get why
my recommendation to everybody is say no the first time.
Yeah, if you don't want to do something, fucking say no. Don't feel obligated to do shit for people, whether they're your parents or not. If you don't want to do it, you don't owe them anything.
Even if you want to do it, say no anyway so that they don't expect you to say yes.
But I don't know, like, a lot of this is the family expectation of, like, I have to do it because they're family. Nah, fuck that shit. You don't have to do shit. Let's move on.
Good song. Don't do dancing donkeys, though.
Yeah, no dancing donkeys. I feel like you will agree that this is the best song in the entire show, which is We Don't Talk About Bruno.
Yeah.
We don't talk about Bruno, no, no, no. We don't talk about Bruno.
ella go, oh.
Bruno says it looks like rain.
Where's the Hitler?
In doing so, he floods my brain.
Abuela gets the umbrella.
Buried in a hurricane.
What a joy you stay, but anyway, we don't talk about Bruno, no, no, no. We don't talk about Bruno.
Although, it's a little bit weird because when Bruno actually does come back, they're all very nice to him.
Yeah,
So
they don't
that's the
resolve
only thing-
this.
That's the only thing that doesn't make sense with this one. It's a good song, but they don't really resolve the fact that everyone seems to dislike Bruno. They're just kind of like, oh, he's back. I guess we all like him.
Family.
Yeah. But I like the fact that they have a lot of different singers for this one, and it's not just like one person saying it. They have like almost the entire family, and they all have different stories. They even have some of the townspeople come in and sing. So it's like this everybody hates Bruno. So it's really building up for when you finally meet him, which they do pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But what do you think of the reveal? Was the Bruno, like, him existing, was that anticlimactic for you?
No.
No?
No, I feel like we've set him up. And I also knew John Leguizamo was somewhere in this movie. I knew that going in, so I'm like, I think he's gonna be Bruno. And I feel like he's gonna be... And John Leguizamo is many things. He is not a threatening villain, so...
I wasn't really expecting the villain thing, but I was kind of expecting a bigger reveal.
What were you expecting? What would be a bigger reveal to you?
I don't even really know, necessarily. Maybe, like... I don't know. I guess it's tough to say. I'm not a filmmaker. I don't really know. I think that maybe something more threatening, like maybe he was like pretending to be threatening or something like that, but instead it's more just he has a hood on and he runs away. You know?
I mean, I don't see a way that they could have done it aside from the way they did it.
You're probably right. I guess this song just hypes him up too much.
That I might give you.
It's a good song though.
It's a great song.
I like the evil Bruno that you get to see before you even meet the real Bruno.
This is the most Broadway feeling song, if that makes sense. Like, this feels right out of Hamilton in the way that they crisscross people singing. It feels like an Act 1 closer in a way, where it kind of builds and builds and builds to a reveal of her father finding out, and then the curtains close and we'll go to Act 2 and find out and resolve all this.
It probably would be around where Act 1 would end if this was a stage show.
Yeah, and it would work, unlike them trying to flip-de-doo to let it go the Act 1 closer and Frozen the musical. This I actually think would make a very good stage transfer.
They'll never do it though.
No, because it would be too good.
All right.
Anytime Disney can do something good, they're going to be like, nah, I can't do that. It'd be too good.
Disney's really been going downhill as far as everything except for their films, I think.
Well, Bob Iger, there's apparently talks that Bob Iger's going to come back.
I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
I don't think it's a bad thing. Because you
I
remember
just
the
know
Scarlett
that-
Johansson thing that happened midway through this year?
I can't say I do.
Well, Scarlett Johansson sued because they didn't pay her what they promised to pay her.
that, yeah.
And that was the new Bob Chapek, refusing to follow all those rules. He fucked so much shit up in his first year running fucking Disney that they're calling for Bob Iger to step back into the position.
I know their theme parks right now are just absolutely going down the toilet.
Do you know who ran theme parks before this? Bob Chapek, who now runs all of Disney.
That explains it.
There you go.
So basically, he ran the theme parks into the ground, and now he runs everything, and he's running it all into the ground.
You know what? If he runs Disney into the ground, fine. Break up all those fucking companies, sell them to different places, break up the monopoly. Let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm totally fine with Disney failing. It's just, we still have to watch these movies. Thankfully, we're getting some good movies anyways. I'm not sure how these movies are getting made, even though everything else is crumbling.
Remember, this was greenlit. Think of the movies as things that came out were planned years ago, and we are now seeing. So it'll be the
whatever's
ones
getting
that'll be in
planned
5
right now,
years.
we're gonna get some
Exactly.
bad ones in like three or 5 years.
Yes, exactly. I think
Okay.
this Raya and the Last Dragon was the first Disney animated film to not have John Lasseter's involvement with it, and this is the first Disney musical to not have John Lasseter's involved. That's how long it's taken.
Well, I'm not looking forward to whatever was getting made in 2021.
Lightyear? Are you looking forward to Lightyear? Is that next year?
Oh, Lightyear looks so bad.
Everyone's favorite character. Turning Red looks cute.
I haven't seen anything for that.
Bree and I saw a trailer for that when we saw West Side Story, and it looks cute.
I saw a trailer for Lightyear. Doesn't look cute.
Not knowing, but Buzz Lightyear, he's Chris Evans.
Buzz Lightyear is not even a character. Like, even in Toy Story, the only time he was actually a character was the first movie.
They literally had no idea what to do with him after the first movie.
It was like, they did the first movie, and they're like, all right, well, we have ideas for Woody still, but, like, Buzz is just gonna be, like, he's just gonna be there. Maybe he'll speak Spanish, I don't know.
No, the thing is, hey, people liked it when he was Space Ranger weird. We gotta bring him back to Space Ranger weird every time, somehow.
Yeah, they literally did the, like, change language thing twice.
Did they do it again?
Yeah, they do it again in the third movie, I'm pretty sure.
When was it in the second or the first one?
It wasn't in the first one. I think in the second one he gets switched to a Spanish mode.
No, he runs into a twin of himself that thinks he's the OG Buzz Lightyear.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. And then the fourth one, they just literally had nothing to do with them and sidelined him for most of the movie.
Yeah.
And that's
then
why the fourth one is the best sequel aside from 2. I really
Yeah.
don't like Toy Story 3.
I don't think Toy Story 3 is very good. I also
It's
don't
not
think
a good movie.
I don't think Buzz Lightyear is a very interesting character, and I don't think Lightyear is going to be good at all. Is there any more songs to talk about here? Like,
Yeah, we got
all of you,
2 more
Dose?
technically. I want to talk about what else can I do because I have issue with this.
It's not symmetrical or perfect, but it's beautiful and it's mine. What else can I do? Bring it in, bring it in. Good talk. What else can I do? Bring it in, bring it in. Bring it in, bring it in. I grow rows and rows of roses. Flor de Mayo, by the mile. I make perfect practiced poses. So much hides behind my smile. What could I do if I just grew what I was feeling in the moment? No way going wrong. What could I do if I just knew it didn't need to be perfect? It just needed to be, and they let me be a hurricane of hot strangling feet, hanging vines. This is fine, but now this little fills the air as I climb and I push through. What else can I do?
You don't like this song?
I love this song. Why is it here, though? That pregnant pause.
I don't know.
What's it do?
Why do you? Where do you think it should be?
It's fucked if I know. I like the song. It feels a little rushed into where Mirabelle's going there because she's like, I think I need to hug my sister to be able to fix everything. And then she gets mad and makes a cactus, and then we just go into a song about what other weird shit she could make aside from flowers.
I guess if I were to justify it, this is sort of the reveal of, like, all of the... Everyone is feeling too pressured by...
Right. Or at least her 2
Abuela?
sisters are, because we don't dive into Dolores' world, nor do we go into the little boy's world, but I think he's doing fine.
The little boy just got his powers like a day ago.
Mm-hmm. Or the other little boy's world, the transformative guy that literally has...
I don't
Not
think
much
that
going
there's
on.
much pressure on that character, because I don't think that power is useful in the slightest.
They show how it can be useful, but I get what you mean. Because they show, like, he takes over for a mother where the baby would cry with others and then can be the mother for a bit and hold it while she sleeps. Like, I can see how that would be effective, but not really a pressureful role.
Daycare moment.
Yeah.
I think that this song exists.
For cool visuals.
It's cool visuals, and it's kind of a red herring, as I said earlier, where it's just like this. We're supposed to think this is the resolution that we're going to get, almost, or this is going to lead to the resolution, but then
Right.
it doesn't. But yeah, it's a bit of a pointless song. It's kind of just a fun number. There's a lot of cool visuals in it.
Oh, yeah, it's fantastic to look at, and I love the song. Like, I hum it. I don't see its point. It's the only song here where I'm like, I don't understand why you're here.
I don't think it's such a waste of time that they have to
No.
take it out.
It's very short, too.
So I'm fine with where it is. Yeah. It's just not the most important number.
Fair enough. Do you want to talk about Dos Oruguitas? Forgive me.
I'm trying to remember where this song is.
So that's during the flashback.
Oh.
Dos oruguitas desorientadas en dos capullos bien abrigadas con sueños nuevos. Ya solo falta hacer lo necesario en el mundo que sigue cambiando, tumbando sus paredes. Ahí viene nuestro milagro, nuestro milagro, nuestro milagro, nuestro milagro. Hay mariposas, no se aguanten más, hay que crecer aparte y volver. Hacia adelante seguirás, ya son milagros, rompiendo crisalidas. Hay que volar, hay que encontrar su propio futuro. Hay mariposas, no se aguanten más, hay que crecer aparte y volver. Hacia adelante seguirás, ya son milagros, rompiendo crisalidas. Hay que volar, hay que...
I love this scene. I really like the song.
This isn't like a song where a character sings it, though, is it?
Non-diegetic, like
Okay.
over a montage.
I think it's... I was listening through the soundtrack and I heard it and I recognized it, but I was trying to figure out if someone sang it or not.
No one sang it. It was just kind of singing in the world. I love this scene. I think this is probably my favorite scene in the movie.
I think it's really good, but it's definitely not like a musical song because it's technically not sung by a character. But
I appreciate that they sing it all in Spanish without subtitling or anything. You kind of get what the song is saying no matter what.
very good. Really liked it.
Wow. Aren't you glad you listened to this podcast?
You know, when something good comes out,
I know.
and everything
it's like
about
the
it
band's
is good.
visit episode where we talked about the band's visit for maybe 20 minutes of that episode, and the rest we just talked about the election.
Well, I mean, legitimately, though, what do you say? It's just like, I just want to tell people to go watch this. It just came out. It's really good. Everything about it is pretty good. Go watch it.
Yes. All of you, very cute song, very good ending. What do you think?
Yeah, it's like, I think it's really good. I like the use of doorknob as a lyric.
What?
And
I don't think they use doorknob as a lyric.
I think they do.
Okay, maybe.
I like the resolution to the story. It's very nice. It's a very sweet little story, and yeah.
Did you cry?
The gift was all of you. My mom cried.
Your mom cried?
Yeah.
See, my parents didn't even pay attention to the fucking movie.
Good lord.
They just thought it was cute colors for 90 minutes. I thought that ending was really sweet. I really liked it.
Guys, go watch this. Go steal it, or pay for it, or steal it. Have someone else pay for it while you watch it.
Or
whatever you
log
wanna
into
do.
your friend's Disney Plus account and then watch it then. You're not giving the
steal
money
it.
to the mouse.
Steal it from your friend.
Yeah. Go to
That's
your
what I
friend's
did.
house, steal the Blu-ray.
Go to your friend's house and steal their television,
Go to your friend's house and kill your friend.
and then take his Disney Plus account.
Yes. Yes. Steal his identity. Overtake his life. Become
Wow. Wow.
him. Raise his children.
To watch this movie. They'll love this movie.
And then abuse them for their gifts and put so much pressure that it just won't stop. Whoa, 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 whoa. So, everyone, what's our overall thoughts on Encanto and our cheese ratings? Andrew, you're on first.
It was very good. You should go watch it. You will also enjoy it. I guarantee you will enjoy it.
That's an Andrew DeWolf guarantee, and you don't get those for free.
It's true. As far as a cheese rating goes, I don't know exactly what to give it. Let's see. I want to give it something sweet, but I don't really know what a sweet cheese would be.
Sweet cheese are made of brie.
Can we come back to me for my cheese rating? And I'll
Yeah,
look something up?
sure. Hey, Brie. Or
Yeah.
Brianna, depending on how I'm feeling.
Depending. Okay.
What is your cheese rating and overall thoughts on our discussion?
I love when you two have positive things to say. It's very nice to see you two like something. And it sounds like a very cute movie that I will probably watch at some point in time. And I wish I would have watched it this week. I'm going to give your discussion a Disney's 3-cheese grilled cheese. Why? Because
Why?
Disney. And because the grilled cheese sounds really good right now.
It does. I cannot disagree. All right, Andrew, you got cheese for us?
Sure. I looked up some sweet cheeses. I got some dessert cheeses. So I'm gonna go with the number one on this list I found. Brillet Savarin with papaya, which I guess is a very desserty type cheese. Very sweet and creamy, which is exactly what you want in a cheese, I think.
I love that, Andrew. That was a good cheese rating. You know what, Julia, put a nice little cheese emoji next to Andrew's cheese rating. So the only cheese rating I can give this is arepas de queso, which is what the mother makes Mirabel to heal her cut hand. It's cheese bread.
Good one.
Fuck you. All right, guys. Thank you for listening. Please follow us on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher at Musicals with Cheese. We're on Twitter at Cheesy Musicals, Patreon Musicals with Cheese, Instagram Musicals with Cheese. We have a YouTube page, Musicals with Cheese. I made a stupid video recently. Go watch it or you're not allowed to be friends with me. We have a Patreon-only podcast called Patreon with Cheese. Go give that a listen. It's a lot of fun. Shoot us an email, musicaltheaterlives@gmail.com. Our title card was created by the amazing Jolene Casco. Go send her some love at Jolene Casco on Instagram. Our keeper of the cheese is Juliet Antonio. This show is produced by the incredible, the wonderful, the lovely, one of my favorite people in the entire world, and that's no exaggeration, Bree Jones. Our themes were created by Robin Nash of IOU Music UK. Thank you to the Broadway Podcast Network for having us on the platform and for not kicking us off for telling you to steal from the big ol' evil mouse. All right, guys, do you have anything left to say before we wrap it up?
Go watch the movie. What are you still doing here?
Yeah, go watch it and send us a full progress report. We want your cheese ratings. Send us your cheese ratings of Encanto, please.
Leave a letterboxd review for Encanto. Tell everyone about how your friend Eric had this happen to them.
Or how your family went through this. Or how you couldn't make eye contact with your mom during XYZ song.
Very cool.
Very, very cool. All right, we'll see you next time on Musicals with Cheese. Welcome to 2022, bitches! We forgot it.
Never brought to mind.
We'll see you next time on Musicals with Cheese. Welcome to the family madrigal. I'm in the family madrigal.